Welcome back to another episode of King and the Bean. Once again, I am Ryan and I am the king for today, and I'm joined by Ian.
What's up?
And Josh.
Hi.
Alright, so today we're talking about a topic that is unusual to us.
Very.
It's not something that any of us particularly care about, but some of us have a bit of experience with.
Sure.
And it's a very popular topic for many people and prevalent to recent events. That topic, boys?
AKA the Super Bowl.
Sports.
Sport ball.
Sport ball. So,
Which
that
do
expression
not always have to include balls.
that expression alone should tell you what we think of sports. And our investment is that we call it sport ball.
And we know about it because Taylor Swift is dating a sports player.
And he has bushy eyebrows. I just wanted to add that in there.
And he created the tapper fade haircut.
Did he?
No.
I was like this.
But a lot of news articles were saying it's the Travis Kelce or whatever, and everybody's like, guys, he didn't invent this.
Oh, like the
There's
Justin
been-
Bieber.
Yeah,
because
because it's like an old military style haircut, but the newspaper started calling it like the Travis Kelce, and
Sure.
and everybody's like,
It's so
calm
weird.
down.
That's so weird. But yeah, so we know what sports are. And
Do we?
so what are your general thoughts, impressions? Yeah, Ian.
can you define sports?
In a ball form.
Physical activity in a game-like setting where points are earned and there's a winner and a loser generally.
Sure. Okay.
Competitive, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good enough.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Anything you want to add to that definition?
No.
Josh, what are your thoughts on sports?
I've never personally done a lot of sports in my life.
Mhm.
I've had terrible hand-eye coordination. You guys can attest to that.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I just never got into sports because of it. I've never done anything really that physically inducing besides like weightlifting back in high school. I used to do that a lot. That was a big ordeal.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
What about you, Ian? What are your thoughts on sports?
Sports can be fun.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of watching sports, but we'll get into that at some point.
It is boring to watch.
I find most of them boring. Like soccer, it's like you just watch the ball go. Woo.
Football, you just watch it go well.
No, football you watch it go. Woo. Okay, let's break for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and then everyone resets. Everyone's looking at each other, and then they throw the ball for half a second. Maybe somebody runs, and then you do it again for another 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. But
Football's boring to me. I know that's blasphemous to a lot of people out there, but
Rugby seems cool.
rugby seems cool. I've never seen rugby. Let's talk about what sports we've seen that we like. Let's just skip to the end here, because why not? What sports have you watched, Josh?
in person or on TV?
Either
Both.
one.
I like watching like the Olympics for like ping pong.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's always just like ha 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 ha, just
And
constantly
beach
going.
volleyball.
Never watched beach volleyball. Ping
You
pong
never
is.
did?
Have you seen gymnastics? Because that's a popular one to watch.
Gymnastics is cool. I feel like them just maneuvering over a lot of stuff is just interesting to watch. But ping pong has been my go-to whenever I watch something on Olympics.
Whenever I watch the Olympics, it's like swimming.
Swimming's cool. Yeah.
I've watched beach volleyball,
Yeah,
and then I've watched the gymnastics.
yeah.
It feels like it hurts sometimes. Have you seen them? Because they like hit the pole
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're like
No,
they
100%.
bent into each
There's
other.
a lot of like controversy
Gymnastics,
around gymnastics.
Is
and,
there?
Yeah.
I feel like it can't be more dangerous than football.
Have
Or
you
rugby.
have you guys seen that cheer show?
No.
It's called Cheer,
Yeah.
and it's about like high school cheerleading and like this one team that's like super famous for it.
I know what
Is
you're
that the
talking about,
is that the
but I've
one
never
with the
watched.
high school, right?
Yeah, high school. Yeah.
Is it
I think
primarily
maybe it's a college.
is it primarily black people? So I'm also thinking of like what's
You have to jump in, right? The one
Jump
with
in
the
is
jump
one.
ropes
Jump in is one of
with
them.
and blue.
Which
Was that what that movie was called?
Yeah, jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was Double Dutch.
No,
It
it's
could've-
about
it could've
double
been.
dutch.
Oh,
Yeah.
but it was called Jump In.
I think so.
Jump in sounds right.
Yeah, I believe
No,
it.
but there was
No,
another one that's like
there
them
were-
stepping too. which is a different
But
movie too.
this was like a
which is also really good.
docu-series sort of deal about like an
yeah.
actual team that does cheer. I forgot what. I think it is a college. I think I was mistaken.
It's called Jump In, 2007.
Okay, yeah. That's a good show. I only saw the first season. I didn't see the second season, but like cheerleading is intense. Like actual cheer competition is like intense.
I always like.
Pretty cool to watch.
I mean, I'm sure they painted it in a similar light to like how intense like Pitch Perfect was with a cappella groups and stuff like that.
Sure. I do find.
I suggest you watch it. It was very good.
I do think that it's silly that some people don't find certain sports like, oh, that's not a real sport or whatever. Like anything that they do requires a lot of physical activity. Like cheerleading, throwing people up in the air and all that stuff, catching them, having them to be flexible enough to do whatever cheer they're doing.
Jumps and flips and.
Yeah, they tried to have drag queens do it, and it was not easy.
No, it's not.
And one of them broke their knee.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
It is, yeah. So it like regardless of like I don't watch sports in general, but like you gotta respect like the art of it all.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like it's all like excruciatingly hard work.
Yeah. What are your thoughts then on golf?
Don't know how to play it.
Golf. I think golf is fun and it can be relaxing, but you know, if you talk about it being a sport, I think that's where a lot of people have issue with it because they're like sports are like physically demanding. And golf is not, thank you, physically demanding.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why people also have trouble with the term like e-sport, or like when we were in high school, you know, we would call marching band a sport because I mean, you try blowing into an instrument while running around the field for 15 minutes.
I would say band is pretty, like marching band is pretty physically demanding.
It is physically demanding, but 100%. I remember some people would be like, well, why do you want it to be a sport? And it's like, we just want it to count for PE. Like,
I don't want to have to take PE.
Because I'm already running around and doing all this. Like, don't make me do it again. Yeah. And PE class sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think not all sports need to be like physical competitive team stuff.
No, absolutely not.
But
well, I don't think sports have to be team stuff, right? Like ping pong is not a team sport.
You can have doubles.
You can have doubles, but it's like tennis. You don't have to. You can do singles or doubles.
Doubles is more watched than singles.
Yeah, well, I can imagine it's more chaotic.
Well, yeah, because you have to coordinate between two people.
Yeah.
Bowling's a sport.
Bowling is a sport. Yeah, that's an individual sport.
There was a comedian once who was saying like, I don't know how people can consider this a sport where you can literally, it's the only sport that you can play and then immediately start eating a bowl of nachos. And I'm like, that's true. It's gross, but
well, because it's more skill.
You can do that in golf too.
It's more skill based. Same with golf. It's more skill based than it is athletics based.
Isn't there a chess competition too in
chess?
The Olympics?
Chess is a sport. Yeah,
it's an Olympic sport. No,
I believe so.
I don't think so.
Did it used to be then?
Yeah.
Well, I know each host country gets to choose like 5 non-official sports.
Do they?
Yeah.
For the Olympics?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Now you're making me doubt.
Well,
I mean, we just don't know. Yeah.
I'd never heard of that ever.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
A non-sport to add to a sport. Interesting.
So what have you watched any sports, Josh, while Ian's looking that up?
Yeah, so I'm very into watching, it's called the strongman competition.
Oh, is that like the huge weightlifting
huge
stuff? Like
weightlifter
massive,
who just do all these like unheard of ungodly things of just like
pulling an airplane.
Pulling an airplane.
Yeah.
That is my favorite thing to watch because it's literally just a man just like hunkering over and moving an airplane. Sure, it's on wheels and whatnot, but that's still heavy.
It's still an airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so great. And I think I'm just fascinated by the idea that someone can actually do that.
It is crazy.
There's also like that whole, I forget where it's at, but they like have like these balls that you have to, these stone balls that you have to like put on top of a barrel. So like the whole premise is like it goes from like a 10-pound ball and it progressively gets bigger and heavier as it goes on, and you just have to put it on top of the barrel. Simple task. You see the people like, all right, nothing, easy. First one, 10 pounds. Second one, oh, this has gone to 50 pounds. That's fine. Third one, 100 pounds, nothing. Then you go to like a 300-pound one, and they get the chalk, because they got to get a good grip, and you just see them go into the perfect pose to grab the ball, and they're just like, and they're trying so hard just to put this ball on top of this barrel, and I just find it so fascinating. It's like I could never pick something up like that. That'd be cool.
No, that would be cool, but no, I'm not. You may be surprised by this. I've never been referred to as strong. And weightlifting is not really my thing, but like it is appealing just to be that strong. I can't even imagine just being strong enough to like lift this table with one hand.
One pinky.
And this isn't even like I think a particularly heavy table.
I can't find the answer.
Okay.
But
That'd be cool if it was the case.
you know what sport I've watched that I don't understand how it works?
4D chess.
I haven't watched it, but
Okay.
probably
Go on.
lacrosse.
Is lacrosse the one on horses?
No, that's polo.
Polo? Which one's lacrosse? Oh, the one with the ball.
With the big stick and ball, and you.
My old coworker plays lacrosse.
Yeah,
He's really into it.
I know a lot of people like lacrosse and that played lacrosse, but I remember being at like a Buffalo one day with Daisy, Buffalo Wild Wings, for those of you who don't know.
Buffalo for short.
Yeah,
cool.
or B-dubs if you're even cooler.
Yeah.
And lacrosse was on, and we were watching it, and we're just like, I have no idea what is happening.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. My old coworker who played lacrosse, he was trying to explain to me. I understood none of the stuff. He also had these cool lacrosse socks where it showed a Sasquatch with a lacrosse.
That's funny.
That's cool. Love that.
I like that.
Love that.
I also don't really understand cricket.
Is cricket the one that goes over the little hoops?
No, that's
croquet.
Oh, I was close.
You were close.
What's cricket? Or
It's
what
like
you say?
it's
what's
similar.
crochet?
It's similar to baseball is the equivalent,
Oh,
but
the
it's
one with the
popular.
flat
The flat one is
bat.
popular
Yeah.
in the UK and
Got
in
it.
India.
Did you know that in the 2012 Olympic Games they played handball? That was an official
Oh
game.
yeah, I remember. I thought that handball was a sport.
Handball was such a big thing in elementary school.
Dude, that was a thing to play. Was
Yeah.
handball. I would say I was okay at it.
I never played it. My
Really?
brother never. I had terrible hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, but you
It's a tiny
get
ball.
it better. A tiny ball. We played with like the dodgeballs.
What?
Yeah.
No, they did like little handballs.
No, we played with dodgeballs.
We
Oh.
did have some games that we called butts up was with like a tennis ball.
No, it was
similar.
like those round they're like blue or red rubber balls.
No, we played with
And
like
that's
like
how they would play.
dodgeballs.
Handball.
Was
No,
like,
we
and you
had
like
it-
hit it.
No, the
No,
one
I'm
in my
not saying
school.
you're wrong. I'm just saying that's what we did.
At mine, they did the little handball. I would never hit that.
You have to like slap it.
You have to slap it up back.
Oh, I
up
want to
there.
play that. That
It's a
sounds
slap
fun.
ball.
Yeah, but it's handball. But it was like a tiny little rubber ball that's probably the size of like your palm right here.
Yeah.
And you would have to hit it up to the ball accurately and then just go between you.
Oh, that
two.
sounds fun. I want to play that.
It's more accurate. They have to be.
Yeah,
'cause
no,
it's
I
tinier.
know.
So like,
I want to play that. That sounds fun. We should do that one day.
sure, I would lose
But
the
no,
ball
we-
immediately.
We would play handball and it was with like a dodgeball, like a red rubber ball, and you would just hit the ball.
That'd be easier. I feel
That's
like I
fun.
could do that.
It
I
was
like
fun.
handball.
I mean, we would all usually get a ball to play like in the backyard too, or off the garage.
Sure. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
we would do that too. And we just try to make sure it doesn't roll into the street
Yeah, that was always the goal.
and down the hill, and then we never get it again.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, what sports do you like to watch, Ian?
I miss handball. Watching. I watch esports. I watch League of Legends esports.
It is entertaining to watch.
It's entertaining. We were watching it at Frank's birthday party.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, it was a good time.
It's a good time.
Howard's
And-
getting so into it.
Oh yeah, and then he was watching. Then we were watching women's wrestling for a little bit, and then we were watching regular wrestling for a little bit.
Nice.
Which
I've never seen wrestling.
the game that we watched, it ended immediately because the guy accidentally.
He jabbed him in the eye.
Yeah, he
Oh.
like went right into the eye socket,
Oh.
and they're like,
Like,
okay.
That's
his-
something I
With his
can't watch.
finger, like.
yeah,
Like I can't watch MMA.
because it's too bloody.
It's too bloody and too violent.
Lower the volume, please. Thank you.
Sorry, I was looking at handball, and this is like soccer, but with your hand.
That is soccer with your hand.
Or
yeah.
it looks like basketball. He was dribbling
Oh, and then he threw it into the net.
How
Oh,
big was the
that's-
ball though?
the size of your hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not like the palm.
It wasn't. No, it was like hand size.
Okay.
So they're apparently
Oh, so
different
you
variations.
played with like this.
Yeah. Yeah. It was hardcore.
That is hardcore. Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was like the
I
go-to.
forgot what I
That's
was saying.
That's the only handball that I've ever known.
I'm sorry.
Oh, but yeah,
Oh.
MMA fighting.
Oh yeah, too bloody and too violent for me. I
Yeah.
can't do it. When people break limbs.
I don't get why people sign up to basically get beat up.
Because they like beating other people up.
I don't get that either. I do understand the like the prerequisites, like working out up to that.
And like being able to do that and fighting,
like to a punching bag and stuff like that. That feels like that would be a great stress reliever.
Like boxing and stuff.
Yeah, like that.
Boxing, I
understand that, and I feel like that would be very stress relieving. And a lot of people who have like anger management and stuff like that tend to do that stuff to release their anger, and it works wonders for them.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm just not like
fighting somebody else. I'm just like,
I'm just not a violent person in general.
Like I'm not angry at you.
I don't have a reason to hate you yet.
I just it's too. I get
like,
people
and I'm just
like
supposed
it.
to beat you up for somebody else's entertainment.
Yeah.
One for money.
And for money.
But yeah, that's a sport that I'm just like. Ugh.
But same with like football. I feel like it's too risky. Like you could lose basically everything playing football, getting concussions and all that stuff.
I mean, that goes with any sport, though. Really.
Well, I mean, that's not.
That is true. I got hit. Tennis. So when we played baseball, because we played baseball for up until like 4th grade was the last year, and I got hit in the eye with a baseball, and it like square on my head and like cut my.
Let's just hit you right here.
Well, that's where like the lace hit, but it like, that's where like the impact was, but it hit like my whole head. Yeah, and it like cut my head open, bleeding profusely. Yeah. There's still a scar there, and there's still a bit of a bump. I don't know. People never seem to recognize it, but like when I look in the mirror, I immediately see the bump.
It's not that noticeable.
Yeah, it's gone down. It swelled a lot. And it was so funny.
The next day he woke up and he had a baseball on his head.
Yeah. Well, but it was but it was funny too because like my mom had so how they ended up closing it was they didn't use stitches. They used like a skin glue and just like glued it closed. And my mom asked the doctor because it was like 10:30 at night. Like we were at the ER for like 6 hours.
So this was after school baseball practice. So like 4:00 in the afternoon is when Ryan gets hit in the face with the ball.
Yeah.
Mom takes us both to.
Luckily, was your mom freaking out?
Or was she more
pretty
calm?
Was she more mad
under pressure?
Yeah, and luckily,
she's such a teacher.
Yeah. Well, and luckily, the practice was at her school.
Yeah.
So she picked us up, brought us there, and then she went to go work in her classroom while we were at practice. So she was like not.
Yeah. So Ryan got hit in the face with the ball, and I ran to her classroom to go get her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so who hit me was our coach, because we were doing warm up practices.
Odd number of people that day or whatever. Yeah. So I was off with somebody else.
Usually we play with my partner. But it doesn't matter. I was with the coach.
Yeah.
And he was like throwing the ball, and he was like not looking. He was talking to someone else, and the ball from the group next to me had rolled past me. So I went down, I picked it up, I tossed it over, and the coach had thrown the ball, not realizing I wasn't looking because he was talking to someone else and not even looking at me. And I move and I like try to catch it, and the ball bounces off my glove and hits me right in the head, and just bleeding
everywhere. At least it didn't just square hit you in the face without hitting your glove.
But that's what I was getting to. Is the doctor said if it had hit me an 1/8 of an inch in any other direction, it would have like severely damaged my skull and like my whole face. So I got really lucky with where it hit. But like even just at baseball practice, I could be severely deformed right now. I just happened to get lucky and like adjust the trajectory with my glove just enough.
Well, that's what they said when I broke my arm. So,
have you guys? You've broken an arm, have you?
I haven't broken any bones.
No, he's only broken his skull.
Okay, go on. I've never broken a bone.
But so you know those little metal bars that you could do like gymnastic stuff on it.
Sure, you spin down.
So I was doing that, but I fell.
That's such a trademark childhood thing to do.
Yeah. But I was always too afraid to do it, so I would do the monkey bars, and like maybe climb on top. I'm like, I'm not doing flips and stuff. I'm gonna fall and hurt myself.
But I fell and landed on the ground, and then my arm hit the metal pole.
Ow.
And where it hit was between right between a growth plate and something else.
Growth plate?
Growth plate.
Is that what it's called? The little
That's what he said.
Shoulder plate?
No, it's your shoulder blade.
It's like a growth plate as part of the bone, which helps control... I don't know. That's what he said.
I never watched Anatomy.
You never watched Anatomy?
Grey's Anatomy.
Oh.
I knew what he meant, but...
I know what you meant too, but I don't know if that's the ultimate place to get an anatomical information from.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, no, but yeah,
growth plates are the areas of active new bone growth near the ends of the bones. They're made up of cartilage and rubbery, flexible material. When kids are done growing, the growth plates harden into solid bone.
Ah.
So, but he said basically if I broke that or whatever the other thing was, you know, my arm would be like a weird shape or whatever because it would have stopped growing. So like I would have been like, hi.
So.
And my face would have been fully deformed on that one side.
But yeah, that was in 3rd grade. And
I remember that because I remember it was at recess. It was like the very end of recess or lunch. Was it? It was lunch. And I remember I'd gone to the bathroom and I was like walking to my line because the bell had rung, and I saw Ian being escorted to the office by some students, and he was just like full on in tears because he was in an immense pain.
Yeah,
and I was just like, oh,
That's
I wonder
weird.
what happened. And then I'm like, well, I'm probably going home on the bus by myself today. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll find out what happens when I get home.
yeah, I got to the office.
Yeah.
They called my mom. I got X-rays. I got a sling.
Yeah.
And it was like
It was a weird
4 or
sling.
5 days before winter vacation. So I just got an extended winter break. Although I did go back to perform my solo in Frosty the Snowman.
Very important.
And then mom took me back home. I told you about that one.
Yeah, you did.
But yeah, the sling was weird because it was like a band that goes around your torso, and then there's just like a thing to hold.
Yeah, because he
your
didn't
arm
want him
here.
to move the arm at all.
But they didn't want to do a cast
yeah.
because they thought it was unnecessary. So
That's right.
there's like a ring here to hold my arm down, and then a ring at the wrist so that I could.
Never
But yeah.
broken a bone.
Neither have I.
Dislocated my shoulders.
You do that
I haven't
now.
done that either.
Well, because of my incident that I dislocated.
Would you like to
Tell us
Was
about
it during a sport?
It was not. So it's not.
That's unrelevant.
It's
Okay,
not.
well then we'll have an injuries episode one day. And
Yeah.
We'll talk about all of our injuries.
But yeah, and then I guess running is a sport. So
Yeah, absolutely.
in 8th grade, we were running in the gymnasium because it was raining outside.
Sure, as one does.
And my 8th grade PE teacher was also my 7th grade English teacher. She was like a brand new teacher, and in 7th grade, and then she decided she didn't want to do that. She wanted to try PE, and so you know, just I have rapport with her because she likes me and stuff. Her name was Miss Spears, and she's like, "Oh, we're gonna run backwards in the gymnasium today." For whatever reason, well, somebody like was running next to me, and they like tripped me, and I fell backwards, and I caught my fall on my left arm. Because you know you want to brace for impact when it's probably better to like, you know, just land on your back. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Instinctually, you want to just like.
You
grab
wanna
something.
you wanna cushion your fall, but you probably should like turn to the side and roll or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know the proper way to fall.
If you do, let us know.
And
Talking about-
I landed primarily on this wrist and like fractured it.
Ouch.
And then I couldn't get up or put any pressure on it, so I went to the nurse. I wasn't crying or anything. I was just like, and she's like, "Oh, I think you broke it." So yeah, that was a thing. And then I had to like take the note up to like, because I couldn't do PE for like a month after that because my wrist was broken. So I remember having to take like a slip to like some office window or something and like handing it to them, and they'd excuse me from PE or whatever. I don't remember what I did instead though.
At the junior high I'm at now, they usually do like student service of some sort. So you can either be in like the office and deliver notes to classes, or you could be student service for a teacher.
Yeah, I don't remember what I did. But, yeah. So those are the 2 times I've broken some. Both on my left arm.
So that's your good arm.
So that's part of the reason it's retarded. You're stupid.
Yeah, Ian, use appropriate language, please.
I mean, it is kind of mentally special. It can't do a lot of things.
Maybe that's up here. Maybe that's not down here.
It's always been
Maybe
that
you
way.
have a mental
Every
block.
time I try to use it for stuff like the
For evil.
my evil arm.
Alright, well,
Some people have an evil eye. I have an evil arm.
that's funny. Okay, so let's talk about sports that we have played and that we like. What are some of your favorite sports that you have played, Ian?
Bowling.
Bowling? Okay.
Yeah.
Bowling's relaxing.
You
yeah,
played
it's
bowling?
fun.
You have played a
Yeah,
sport.
yeah.
I'm going bowling Friday.
Yeah, you are.
We have bowling trophies. Yeah, yeah. So if I
Yeah.
can come along, he's yet to let me know. Huh?
But yeah, I've done bowling. not good at it. But
No,
it's
that's
fun.
okay.
It's like,
Do you like bowling?
I think it's entertaining. I feel like I can do at most a round And then at the second round, I just like lose everything.
Yeah, I feel that.
My fingers are like all weird because like.
I feel like I can always go until my fingers and my wrists start hurting, which
Yeah.
is maybe a game and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably that far, but doing a half game is weird.
Yeah.
So I'll do a game.
Well, you gotta do the rest, and you just be.
We
silly.
usually go for like an hour or so.
Sure, yeah, you get your money's worth
Yeah.
out of that. I get it.
I like bowling too. I also like playing tennis.
Do you like playing
Tennis is fun.
The last couple of times I've played, my back just starts hurting a lot, so.
You need a stretch.
I need a stronger core.
You need a stretch too, yeah.
Yeah.
Tennis is fun.
Have you played tennis?
I like
I
that.
played tennis with him, and he
Oh,
was
yeah.
trying to teach me about stuff. He's like, "You're doing it wrong." And it's like, "Okay, I don't know what I'm doing." And then he's like, "You gotta move here." It's like, "Okay, that's good to know." He's like, "Yeah, you're doing it wrong." So why? He's like, "You should gotta do this." Like, I don't know these stuff. I don't know how to play tennis.
Do you remember when we did the tennis tournament?
And Wii Sports.
The mixed.
Yeah, it was
The
with
mixed
Lizzie and you
tennis.
were with Erica.
Yeah.
If you gals are watching.
Yeah, shout out. That was funny. So we did this because we were all in tennis in what was it, sophomore year?
Yeah, and Erica was his on again, off again girlfriend.
Oh, that one got it.
Well, it wasn't official.
No,
It was
but
a
I know
long-
which one you're
Yeah,
talking
we
about.
talked about this. But no, it was
Just getting Josh content.
it was funny because like so when we started the tournament, the first team that Eric and I went up against was like this older couple, and they were so nice. Like we
It was
should
like a charity event.
yeah, it was like a charity event for like leukemia or something like that. So it was pretty cool. And it was a mixed doubles, which means like a guy and a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hosted by our school's team. So
Yeah.
because we were a part of the tennis team at the time, we had to participate.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was cool. But like, we definitely should not have advanced through the first round. Like, and no dissing on Erica, but she was messing up her serves quite a bit, and we should have lost just from that alone. But the other couple, they were so nice. They're like, "Oh, don't worry about it. This is we're just having fun. Just keep going. Just keep going." And so we won, quote unquote. And then we had been talking. We're like, "Man, we're gonna have to go up against Ian and Lizzie at some point." And then the next round was Ian and Lizzie.
I
And we're
don't
like,
remember this.
yeah, no, I remember it because what happened next was hilarious because you get Ian, right? He's competitive.
Oh, I know.
And you get Erica, who doesn't deal with Ian shit.
Uh.
And so,
Great
and
combo.
so
Great
what
combo.
happened is those two just started arguing at one point about points and whether something was in or whether out. And every back and forth ended in an argument. I remember one point, Lizzie and I were just sitting on the sideline just like, how you doing? While Ian and Eric are just arguing with each other. And Lizzie's like, I don't really care. And I'm just like, I also don't really care.
Erica and I ain't competitive. Lizzie
Yeah.
and Ryan are not.
Not at
Also,
all.
the four of us had known each other for a while now
Yeah.
because we've been in band for 4 years
Sure.
together.
Mhm.
So
So
you're used to yelling at
it's
each
not
other.
like none of us.
Right. It wasn't like
we were friends.
yeah, well, and that's why I said like Erica doesn't put up with his shit, and Ian likes to give his shit.
Yeah.
And so it was just really funny, and Ian and Lizzie ended up winning, and
Sure.
Erica just kind of gave up at
Because
some
you-
point. I was
yeah.
like, fine, I'm done. I don't even care. And I'm like, good game, guys.
Lizzie and I ended up in like the finals or something, didn't we?
Oh, I thought you lost the next round.
Was that the final?
No.
I don't know.
I think there was like 4 or 5 rounds, and you were 2 for us because we played against the older couple, and then we played against you two. And I thought you guys lost in the 3rd round.
I don't know. For some reason, I wouldn't say we were going to the final.
One more time.
I'm sure everybody understood that.
You just say it
It's
clearly.
like, for some reason, I thought we made it to the finals.
You might have. I thought
I'm
you
really
guys.
sleepy and yawning today. I'm sorry.
I thought you guys lost the next round, but that's just a really funny memory to me.
I also just don't really
I
care.
don't really
I remember that it happened.
Yeah.
You're too in the moment.
Cause it would be really much a thing where like Erica would hit the ball and it'd be like on the line or like in or whatever, and he'd be like, no, Ian would be like, no, that's out, and Erica was like, bullshit, that was in, and he was like, no, it's not, and it'd just be like that the whole
You're
time.
on the same
and then,
team.
No,
No.
they were on opposite teams.
He's on his
oh.
team.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lizzie's on my team.
Got it.
But
got
Lizzie
it.
and I were on a team. we were on our own team.
Erica
Like,
and I were on Team Chaos, and they were on
team, we
This
don't want to
Doesn't
be
Even
here
Matter.
anymore.
Yeah, it's for charity.
We were on team. This is supposed to be
I don't
fun,
remember
guys.
that, but knowing Erica, that's probably how it went down.
Yeah, I remember that because it was just really funny to me. and I'm
Erica,
like,
do
yeah.
you remember?
She doesn't.
But yeah, I like tennis. I also like playing soccer too, even though I wasn't really good. at it.
playing soccer.
Ian was a really good goalie, even when he was blind.
Yeah, so there was one point where At one point, I also got like prescription goggles because my glasses kept breaking in soccer.
Makes sense.
Like every time we had a soccer game, the next day we'd be going to the eye doctor like my glasses broke again. They're like, just
We had a
get
soccer
goggles.
game on Saturday, Monday at the eye doctor. But one time, like I got hit in the face with the ball or something, and my glasses broke. I remember throwing them on the side.
The game must go on.
Yeah, no, really.
And I still blocked like every ball that was coming. I was so like lazy.
They didn't get a goal. They did
And
not get
then the next year, so there's this one coach in our like year, or whatever that he always had like the best team. They'd always go to like championships or whatever, and we would never be on a team ever remotely close to
a
championships.
No, not even close.
And it's not because we weren't good. We just never had good teams.
I mean, we also weren't that good, but we also didn't really care. We were just trying to have fun.
But the next year, this coach picked us to be on his team because he wanted me to be the goalie.
Sure.
And that is also the year that I broke my wrist in PE.
Yeah.
And so I was benched from that for like a month or so.
Yeah.
And so our team did not go on to championships. And you could tell he was really upset. And I
Really
would still go to all the games to like root for the team, but I couldn't play.
Yeah, but you were supposed to be the goalie.
But it was
and
also
I was
kinda-
like a defender and mid because I was good at running and good at. Eventually, I got pretty good at slide tackling the ball away. So I didn't do any scoring, but I did a lot of like annoying the other team.
I also liked being offense, but yeah, they liked me being goalie because I was.
I never got to be offense because there were other kids who were better at scoring.
You always play the support role.
Yeah, I do. I find myself in support. That's how Overwatch went. I always want to play McCree or someone cool, and I always end up playing a healer because no one ever plays healers, and I'm like, I'll play support. That's fine.
That was your support last night.
You were my support. We had so much fun playing Risk of Rain, and it didn't.
But yeah, so I would sit in the back of the field. I was also really good at, when the goalie catches the ball, you have to kick it, and I was good at kicking it really far.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'd be like, no, go away. The ball would come to me once, and I'd be like, go back over there.
Go away. Yeah.
No, Uno reversed.
But it's so crazy to me thinking about like a professional soccer field versus what we played on.
Oh yeah, there's
Those
so
things are like football
huge.
fields.
You know, that is something that I would like to go to a soccer game. I would like to go to a soccer game because I think it would be fun to go to.
Would you go to
it's
the World
extremely
Cup
fun to
when we
watch it.
hosted at SoFi?
I don't know, maybe. That is a soccer game, and I feel like that would be fun to go to, yeah, but I bet it would be expensive.
I've been to a soccer game once. I went to go see the LA Galaxy.
Is that the one where you sat different from where your party was?
So yes, it was. So what had happened was
What happened was...
my friend's brother got tickets from his job to go to see a Galaxy game or whatever, and so we went there, and he had like seats somewhere else, and then it was like me, my friend, his sister, and the cousin, and we were like had a different spot somewhere away from them, whatever. For whatever reason, they decided to follow me. I didn't know where our seats were. I thought it was like a free roam, like you could sit wherever the fuck you find a seat.
How old were you?
I don't remember. Maybe
This was like 3 years ago.
no, I imagine. No, I was like 14 maybe or whatever.
Okay, that's fair.
I'd never been to a soccer game before.
Yeah.
I only went because it was a free ticket, and I'm
Sure.
like, yeah, I'll go. Why
He's
not?
like, I've never been to a sports game before.
Yeah. So I just walked us, and I'm like, this is a good spot. And it's like right behind the goalie post. Like, this looks like a good
I
spot.
can see everything from here.
Yeah, I was like, why doesn't everyone do this often?
That's so funny.
Why would people choose to sit over there?
Yeah, exactly. But no one came by to tell us to move or anything.
Hey, that's
so we
good.
just sat there throughout the whole game, and then afterwards we were like talking to his brother. It's like, where were you guys? We didn't see you guys in the spots. Like, oh, we were like right behind the goalie post. It's like, that's not where you were assigned. It's like, we were assigned seats.
That is information that I feel like they should have told you ahead of time.
or if anything, they should have led.
Yeah, right.
If they knew ahead of time about that stuff, they should have led it. But whatever, it worked out. Nothing bad happened. We got good seats.
Yeah.
The energy of the crowd is really nice. That's what gets
That's why I
you.
want to go because it feels like a fun crowd.
Oh yeah.
That's part of the reason I want to go see, like, even League
In,
live. Because
No,
I think
absolutely.
It's really cool.
Mhm.
Like,
'Cause-
their finals this year is going to be held in Santa Monica at the studio.
Oh, really?
For the
Ooh.
spring season.
Are you able to go to that?
I don't know when tickets are available. We should go to that.
I don't know when tickets become available.
Okay. But yeah, no, because like I watch soccer, I'm not a big fan, but going to a sports game itself, just feeling everyone, I was like, no, that was bullshit.
Yeah.
How no?
Yeah.
I was so into it.
It is fun. Like I think baseball is kind of boring to watch.
Sure.
Because there's a lot of downtime.
The best part is take me out to
the seventh inning stretch. Yeah.
Take me out to the crowd.
Copywritten. You're done. You're
Buy
out of here.
me some underscript snacks and snacks.
Why is that what you censor? But
well, because Cracker Jacks is a brand.
Now you say
Peanuts isn't.
No, but I'm not gonna censor one and not the other. Buy me some peanuts and underscript snack.
Anyways.
But I think it's fun to go to a baseball game. Like I've been to several Dodger games. Daisy liked to go to Dodger games, so we would go. She would get mad at me though because I would cheer for the other team sometimes. Only in the sense of like if they had a good play. Like, and we went to a Giants game, which if you know anything about baseball, you know that Giants and Dodgers are rivals, and they made a good play, and I'm like, wow, that was a really good play. And Daisy's like, you're not allowed to say that ever again. I'm like, but you know.
So okay. So at downtown,
it's his turn now.
at downtown Disney, there used to be this place called the ESPN Zone.
Oh yeah,
It was all about sports.
It was awesome.
ESPN. It was a really cool place. They had TVs everywhere, and then in the bar area, they had a giant wall of flat screens.
It was awesome.
And every seat could see all the TVs. So we would often go to downtown Disney to walk around, and that was one of our favorite restaurants to go to.
It was good. The food was pretty good too, honestly.
Food was good. They had good chicken tenders.
Yeah, they did.
And so one of the games that was playing that day was it was a college football game. You want to guess the two teams?
No.
They're local.
No.
Okay.
Josh was like, I'm not playing this game.
I'm not playing this game.
UCLA.
Okay.
Do you know who their rival is?
No.
USC.
Okay.
So these two teams are playing. These local teams that have such a long history and rivalry are playing. And Ryan's like, go team!
Yeah.
Go sports! Yay! And then no matter who was scoring or whatever, Ryan would be cheering at everything. Everybody was just looking at us like, who brought this guy?
Look, I just want everyone to have a good time. I like to appreciate good plays. Don't hate the game, hate the player. But the player's good, you gotta respect the play. You know what I mean? If you get 2 outs in 1 inning, that's a good play. Or in one you get 2 in a row, that's good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no,
and I'm
good.
like, that's good. And you can't do that if you gotta be on a team.
It was two local teams that have a rivalry, and Ryan's cheering for both sides, and everybody's like,
I'm just respecting, I'm respecting skill, I'm respecting talent, and I'm respecting good plays.
Where were we we were at some restaurant when we went to like the...
It was Chili's when we went to the aquarium, right?
Yeah, the aquarium where we watched Ultimate Tag.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it was...
Ultimate Freeze Tag. Or whatever. It was Tag.
I thought it was dodgeball.
It was not dodgeball, it was tag.
I thought it was something with a ball.
Nope, it was a tag.
But they were running through like these mazes and stuff.
Yeah, it's because they were trying to tag each other.
Yeah,
and they
that
were
makes
trying
sense.
to hide.
Dodgeball wouldn't make sense. But
Yeah.
that sounds
Why would you
cool.
go through a maze for dodgeball?
Yeah, that'd be
Trying to hide?
kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to play that. That sounds fun.
But yeah, they're literally just like going through things, and then there's just people just like diving to grab someone's toe.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I would want to do that.
I looked at them, I'm like, I am so into this right
Yeah,
now.
I would love to do that. I would also, what I would want to try, I wrote this down because you mentioned something earlier that made me think about this. I don't think I would succeed, but I would love to try the American Ninja Warrior obstacle course.
that seems cool.
I told him I'd love if they had gyms that were like that, where you could
just do obstacle
those type of
courses. That would be so much fun. Like, I don't want to go to the gym and
rock
do
climbing too.
Rock climbing would be cool. I
That
would
would
be
be cool.
scared though.
Yeah.
We've done it before. Remember Max's birthday party?
Oh, I thought you meant like real rock climbing.
No,
rock climbing's cool. Yeah.
in a studio with fake rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, rock climbing's cool. I like rock climbing.
I don't want to.
I want to do archery.
Archery's
do
fun.
archery, too.
I like
Yeah,
archery.
That's a sport, right?
It is a
Yeah.
sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be like Meredith in Brave.
Yeah.
If
she
you
just,
had
like-
the chance.
Well, I
would
was
you?
gonna say the shooting the arrows on top of the arrow.
Oh, I would love to do that.
That would be
Archery's
so
really cool.
Yeah.
I like archery.
should go archery.
We should. I went to a hockey game and I was on the jumbotron.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
Did you live it up?
I did. Yeah, I was because we went for a work thing at the museum I went to, so I went on to promote.
We have been to hockey games. We used to go to Ducks games too.
We did, yeah.
Anaheim
The
Ducks.
Mighty Ducks?
No,
Well, yeah.
I think they're based off that, but yeah, the Anaheim Ducks.
Oh.
And you would
Quack,
get these
quack.
little things that you blow into, and
Yeah, you Duck call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hockey games.
Except
are
you
pretty
have
cool.
everybody in the audience going.
Which is so annoying, but at the same time, you're so into it.
Hockey games were pretty cool. I remember when I went for
They get violent.
the museum.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm hoping.
I didn't know what was going on, so I had my friend next to me who knew sports, and I'm just like, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on now? What does that mean? What does this mean?" And he was explaining everything.
And then he'd be like, and now they're punching each other, and you're like, I got
"No,
that
we
one."
didn't see the fights. We did get to go down and like watch them walk on. It was the Kings, and like I don't know, they don't care that you're there. They're doing whatever, but it was fun. It was a fun experience. I would like to go to a basketball game.
I'm good.
We've seen
I
a
would like
basketball game.
I would like to go. We have not been to a
We
basketball.
saw the Harlem Globetrotters.
That doesn't count. That was cool. That was at the Forum, I think.
No, that was at
Or the Honda
the
Center.
Honda Center.
Yeah. That was cool. They're like a comedy basketball, but that was really fun. I really liked that.
You know what random fact I remember about that day specifically that I
No.
don't know if you want to keep in the podcast?
I don't know if you want. Do you want me?
I'm asking you.
I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna say.
So I remember that's the first time that Mom bought us boxers.
Oh really?
Yeah. And that was the first time we wore them to that game, and it was really weird.
Really?
Because she had always... Because, you know, when you're a kid, your mom buys your underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like...
No, you bought the
so
Spider-Man underwear.
It's a rite of passage.
Sure.
Yeah.
But we had asked for, like, boxers, so she bought those for us, and that was the first time we wore them. We had our tighty-whitey boxers, because, yes, she bought them in bright white. And that was the first time we ever...
I don't remember
I
that at
remember
all.
that
That's-
so specifically.
That's really funny.
Such a.
Because I remember we were waiting to go inside, and all I could think of, like, this feels so weird, like,
Yeah.
and freeing.
It's it's a different experience. That's for sure.
And it's just weird being in public, and you're like, but things are free.
Is this allowed?
Yeah.
Could I ever be this free?
And I was like, other people do this all the time. Because, you know, when you're in, like, middle school or high school or whatever, everybody's like, oh, you wear tighty whities. Me.
Yeah, that's true. They do say man.
They become Wario.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking, like, the Amanda Show.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
That clarified it.
Yeah, I got everything got from that.
But
yeah,
I would like
so
to.
you keep
I'll-
that in there.
I'll keep it in there. That's funny. I'll
Oh my god. Your
Harlem
friends
Globe-
watch this.
Harlem Globetrotters was cool, but I would like to see like a Lakers game. I think that would be cool, and I would like to go see a soccer game. I think that would be fun.
A soccer game, yeah. Basketball, I like think of when I think of basketball, I think of just squeak, 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 squeak.
Oh, yeah, there's a
squeak,
lot of
squeak,
squeaking.
And I feel like basketball's too easy.
Well, I mean, it
What do
is
you
kind of
mean?
weird.
Not for me.
What do you mean?
But
No,
I
he
feel
means
like-
the points you can have like 150 points in a game or whatever.
Is that what you mean?
Whereas
Yeah.
versus like soccer, like a
Yes.
good game is like 2 to 3. You know.
Like in soccer, the average score is maybe 6, and in basketball, the average score is like maybe 100. Like
Yeah.
and the court like just seems really small compared to every other field.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I get
Like
that.
you know, you think about a professional soccer or football field, and you probably fit like 6 basketball courts in there, and it's like they're not really running that. I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, before you say something.
Yeah. It's actually the same
They're not
as
really
football
running
field.
that far, are
Yeah,
they?
they take 2 steps and they're
Yeah,
on the
they're
side.
already at the other side.
Look
and they
how
just-
tall those people are. Sometimes it looks like that.
Yeah. I think it would be fun, though. I would go to a Lakers game. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I think one of my friends recently went to a Lakers game.
Very expensive.
Oh yeah, Christina was telling me she went to one on Tuesday.
Oh, nice. Good for her.
Good for her. Yeah. Is there anything you want to go to, Josh?
I want to see a strongman competition.
That'd be cool.
That I want to just see the action in real life, and I also want to ask one of them to be like, "Can I just hang from your arm?"
Yeah.
I feel like that's.
I wonder
common-
how often they get asked.
I'm sure they get asked that all the goddamn time.
Can you pick me up?
Okay, so
Yeah.
an NBA court is 94 feet long by 50 feet wide.
Okay.
Which
94,
compared to a
55.
football field, which is 100 yards, that's 300 feet. So
Yeah.
that's 3 times the size.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
then
You're right, Ian.
I don't.
When you're
How
right,
wide is a football field?
About like 5 basketball fields.
About 10, 15 maybe.
About 3 pence.
Hmm.
I'm just giving you random things.
Yeah, no, that's money.
So 53 yards wide. So you could fit like 9 basketball. I was lowballing with 6. You could fit like 9.
That's true.
So 3 and then 3.
That's 6. No, 3. You can't go that far.
Okay.
I think 6 is accurate.
No, yeah, because it's.
Because 3
It's-
by 2. No, because you could go 3 deep. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. 3,
I was
3.
like, wait, you're
yeah,
questioning
no.
my math.
No, you're right. Yeah, I will. Even if I'm wrong, I'll question it.
But yeah, so you could fit 9 basketball court. So that's why it seems so small.
That
And,
is kind of strange.
like, it's like you guys are just freakishly tall people running 3 steps at a time and then dunking a ball. I'm sorry. That is very like.
Well, way to really minimize basketball.
Yeah.
All right, all you basketball players out there aren't really athletes.
To a very outside person, though, that's what that seems like, and that's why I'm not interested in it.
I understand the perspective.
It just seems like for the people that play, it's too easy. And it doesn't seem as, like, physically demanding as other sports.
I think it is because it's a lot because you're running back and forth constantly.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like
No, but compared
passing
to like
and shooting.
Compared to, like, soccer.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're
Or
running more.
football.
Yeah. Do it again.
No.
Where do you put that accent though?
What I'm wondering is what accent was that even? Because that then sounded a little Russian. Football.
So a soccer field is 110 to 120 yards long and 70 to 80 yards wide. So it's bigger than a football field.
Yeah, it is.
I believe it.
And that's a lot of running.
Yeah.
And they don't get a lot of breaks. Whereas
Yeah.
in football, you get a lot
Well,
of
that's
breaks.
why when they touch each other, they fall down and break their legs so that they could sit out for a little bit.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, did you see that?
I
Reminded
want to take a
me.
break.
They're adding a card to soccer. You know how there's like red card, yellow card, green card
Yeah, sure.
for like behavior?
Yeah. and
They're
the
adding a
lights.
blue card. And if I remember
Mr. Calm.
correctly, no,
He
if,
broke his leg.
if I remember correctly, it's if a player is harassing the refs too much, then they can blue card them and they have to go in
Timeout.
a special timeout zone for harassing the refs.
That's funny.
I saw something about that either
A
earlier.
blue card is a 2-minute minor penalty where the offender sits in a penalty box while their team plays short until a goal is scored against.
They literally go into a timeout.
Yeah, it's like
It's
stop
so
harassing me. You're in timeout.
Yeah.
Blue card.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that is funny. But I mean, that makes sense.
I
I
would say
guess.
soccer was my favorite sport to play growing up, though.
Yeah, soccer and
There's a
then I
good
really
amount
like
of running
tennis
around
too.
and actually doing stuff.
I really like tennis too.
We didn't play that more until high school.
Yeah, but I agree about soccer. We tried basketball, not for me. We tried baseball, also not for me. Got
We did
injured.
gymnastics for a short amount of time.
I forgot that. I'm not
I never did
very
gymnastics.
We did bowling.
We did
We have all,
dancing.
Bowling was
trophies.
cool. We did martial arts too.
We did martial
Oh,
arts.
they did martial arts
We
too.
did karate and kung fu.
I did.
Yeah.
I was a yellow belt.
We got to green for both, I think, and we
Yeah.
tapped out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think sports are cool. Sometimes I wish I liked sports more, and then sometimes I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah, I'm good with
I
that.
think it's fun. I think it also gives you a sense of belonging, like
Yeah.
camaraderie with.
Sure.
fellow-
I also
sure.
feel like I agree with that, and I think that that's great. But I, as someone who is not competitive,
Yeah.
very contrary in a lot of ways. Like I see videos, or even our parents who like watch sports are yelling at the TV, like, "Oh, come on!" And I'm just like, I don't understand that mentality.
Same.
People get so into it, and it's like
Yeah.
their whole identity is based on this team that they kind of arbitrarily identify, whether because that's where they were born or where they live.
Or
Yeah.
when
And
their
then-
parents like.
Or where their parents liked, and then they're like that's all them, and the wins and successes of these people who they have never interacted with determine their state of being.
Yeah.
It's so strange to me.
You guys saw there's a clip on like Reddit or TikTok or something like that, like when who won the Super Bowl? Whoever won.
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
Taylor Swift's team.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Chiefs won or whatever, and it was like a clip of like a family watching it or whatever, or like a group party, and then everyone's like super excited, but there's one guy who's like going for the other team, just goes straight up and just smacks the TV.
Oh, I saw the guy who punched the TV.
Yeah.
People get so into
And I was like,
It's
what
wild.
the fuck?
It's like, what?
So he was like, can you imagine that TVs are so cheap now that somebody's willing to punch a TV, and everybody in the comments is like, it is not that cheap. You punched my TV, I'm taking you out back. Like,
yeah, like, and that's the thing, and I feel like that's something that's like unique to sports fans, and I would extend that to esports fans too.
Sure.
Like,
Esports are
people
super
just get
too.
so into sports, and that's just a mentality I don't understand.
I
don't think I'm that into.
I could never get to the point where I feel anger for not winning something.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't get to that point if I'm not the one playing, but if I was the one playing, I think it'd be different.
Sure.
If I
Sure.
even then,
Cause
like,
you
it's
could be-
understandable.
Because you
more.
could be really upset at your own performance or whatever.
Right,
Or
yeah.
be like, we were so close, but
no,
it's like
yeah, I'm
being
with
removed
you.
from actually being one of the people on that team. I don't.
To get that angry.
it's
like-
vicarious living to such an extreme that
Yeah.
like you feel that anger so much that you're gonna punch your own TV or someone else's TV
Yeah.
because your team lost.
You know, that's just I can never cross that line and be like, what?
Yeah.
That's I don't
It's
care
too
that much.
Yeah, exactly. It's too much. I will never understand that mentality. I was gonna say something else and I forgot. So, is there anything else you guys want to contribute? Yeah, I think that's a good place to stop. I'm glad that we engaged in this
Sports ball.
conversation.
Yeah.
Sports is fun.
In this,
Wait, have you played racquetball, Josh? I just thought of it.
is that the one with the long stick with the racket?
No, it's like tennis, but you're inside. It's dodgeball with tennis rackets.
Yeah, you're like
No.
inside a room and you can like hit the ball off any of the walls.
No.
It's pretty fun. We used to play it. You should
Yeah, your
take
dad
it.
would take us to the elephant. We don't have.
Which
We don't have
which is the
racquetball.
one with the giant stick?
Oh, that's badminton with the
Badminton.
birdies.
Badminton.
With the little birdies.
Yeah,
you-
birdies.
have you played
the
badminton?
cockpits or whatever they're called.
Yeah, they're
Shuttlecocks.
Shuttlecocks. There
yeah.
it is. There.
Cockpit. That's.
You're close.
That's something in an aircraft.
Yeah, listen, we got there.
Would you play racquetball?
Yeah, I play racquetball.
Would you play pickleball?
I do only because I'm so curious of what that is.
I am too.
What is pickleball?
It's kind of like an in between tennis and ping pong, from what I've heard.
Is it okay?
And you play with like a wiffle ball and rackets.
I just want to see what it is all about.
I do too.
Everyone's so
and your brother said that we could play sometime, and he'd invite me, and then he never did. So if you're listening, Johnny,
invite him.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for pickleball.
But yeah, no. I'm just curious about what that actually is.
Yeah, me too.
It
Apparently,
became
it's been a thing for a long time.
Apparently, it's become such a
now.
phenomenon.
It really has.
And I was like, I don't have no clue.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what this is.
Okay, well, I think that was a very good conversation on sports.
Yeah.
Thank you, boys. Let us decide who goes next. And I hope it's not me.
Can we title it sports ball?
Sure.
It's probably just going to be sports.
Sports in it, but. Go
Sports in a butt?
on. Yeah. That's not what I wanted to say, but
That's what you said.
that's what I said.
Alright, Ian, what color you want?
Green.
Pick a good one.
I'll choose yellow.
Wow, again?
Yeah.
Wow, I
So
want
you're
to
going
choose.
purple?
Because I
I don't want to be again now.
Because I don't want to go through the hassle of going through. Is that red or is that orange?
Or
Alright,
pink.
I'm going.
Or pink.
Yeah, I'll go purple again, I guess. I hope someone else gets some fun today. I don't know if it's gonna happen. In this batch, there's one yellow, so whoever said yellow, you're up.
It's Josh.
Josh wins!
Yeah.
Only one yellow.
It's been years.
Only one yellow. Josh wins. He's had the least number of episodes.
I have.
So we're helping him out to get his numbers up.
It's okay.
Fair is fair.
It is up until I start talking, and then they start talking about their high school life, and I'm like, go on. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Go
Whatever.
on.
We're gonna be better next time, Josh. I'll keep him in line. Don't you worry.
Okay,
For
sure.
Tangents?
I mean, that's his job if he's the host.
Anyways, so
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Please let us know what your opinions on sports are, what sports you like, and what would you want to like
yeah,
if you could.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for listening and or watching. Bye.
Bye.
All right, good stuff, guys.